Hello stock stalkers, this is part 2 of my weekly report card. In case if you have missed part 1, that is for Dubai financial market, a link will appear right at the top. You may watch that video and then continue this one. For now, let's discuss stocks in Abu Dhabi stock market. We can see this area is strong support, that is 400 for IHC. I am on the daily chart. From here it made a big momentum till about 414 and then it gave away all its gains. It's not able to sustain. Again it's back at the support. Previously also we have a data that this area is acting as a demand zone. Price is just hovering around this area and then we are seeing spikes coming in. Recent spike was also seen. It lifted the market index because IHC is heavy weighted stock on the index. For now it's back in the pavilion. We wait for a new momentum to the upside. Aldar Properties also gave up its gains. I am on the daily chart. We can see previously it hit 5.45 area, unable to sustain. Slowly and steadily it broke the support. Last closing is around 5.00. This is a support zone. In case if it is not able to sustain here, then it may even come down to retest 4.75 to 4.80 area. Well, there are good chances it may sustain here and then it will make a new momentum to the upside. Immediate resistance for now is at 5.13 area. Once this is taken out, then we may see 5.30 again and then major hurdle at 5.45. Multiply really disappointed me. I entered at 3.19. However, my stop loss was triggered. It went below the low of this candle, that is at 3.10, and then we are seeing a low till about 2.88. Yes, this area is support. Previously we can see good bounce from the same zone. Let me highlight. This is the area where we saw good bounce and this is also the beginning of a trend. Right here we can see it took a bounce, made a big momentum to the upside. When it came back again, we are seeing a new rally to the upside. So this area is demand area, but still we do not see any buying pressure coming in. We want to see green candle printing now to confirm that buyers are still present in this zone. Otherwise it can even come down and retest 2.75. Overall, Multiply is in a strong downtrend. We need positive and big catalyst so that this stock can turn around. Q Holding was performing very well. In fact, it started a trend. We can see rally started from 3.00. Slowly and steadily it was trading within this symmetrical chart pattern. At the breakout, I had recommended this stock. It hit our target and from here we are seeing a decline. Yes, on the way down it retested the trend line. We saw good bounce, but it was unable to continue the momentum. So this area has become supply area. This is the place where sellers are sitting. But for now price is way below the supply area, that is around 3.09. It has taken a pause at support area. This is also a demand area. Previously we can see after the breakout it came back for a retest. It is the same area where currently the price is. From here it went sideways and we saw momentum to the upside. So there are chances we may see some buying pressure. But again, as I keep mentioning, when a stock is on a decline, when it tries to climb up, it will have to break the areas of resistance to show some strength. That's when bulls will be interested, buyers will jump in, and then finally slowly and steadily it will start a fresh trend to the upside. For now, Q Holding is under pressure. This area is very important. It should not close below 3.05. Apex also similar scenario. We are seeing a breakdown of this trend line that was respected by the market. We can see good bounce coming in from the same trend line when price was coming near to it. But last week we saw a breakdown and it have come down at the support zone, that is between 1.90 to 1.95. For now it's wait and watch game. Any buying should be planned about 2.00. In case if this area is not sustaining, then there are chances it may visit 1.85 and then major demand area around 1.75. RAK Properties is very bullish. Overall we can see it's in an uptrend, but after hitting the peak of 1.43 it was trading within this tight range. This is contraction of volatility. I was expecting a break to the upside so that I can take some position. I was stalking this one very closely. Unfortunately we saw it broke the support zone of 1.35. Last closing is positive. We can see some buying coming in right from the gap area. Let me zoom in so that you can see the gap. This is the place where it had created the gap and the gap is now filled. So there are chances if buyers are still activated, we can see RAK Properties again climbing up. Fresh entries can be only planned above 1.37. If this area does not hold, next support is around 1.25 to 1.27. Buruj, in my last update I had mentioned it's still in a downtrend. Many of you have requested for this stock. Unfortunately, we are seeing it's in a strong decline. This was the place where it was establishing the base or support. We are seeing it's also getting weaker. Last closing is at 2.41. It came down till about 2.39. This is an indication bulls are still not ready. We are not seeing good buying pressure here. As I had mentioned, once we see a breakout of this area that is 2.50, that's when we will get first hand indication that now trend is about to reverse from downtrend to uptrend. So for now, Buruj can be easily avoided. One of my favorite stock, Burjeel, made a good momentum till about 3.37, and from here we are seeing strong decline. All red candles, 4 red candles means we are seeing aggressive bears. For now it's at a very important area. This is very good area of support. Previously also I had mentioned this area is good. This is buying area. This is demand area. That is between 3.05 and 3.10. We are seeing some buying pressure in Friday's session, but this still cannot be trusted. There are chances it may hit 3.17 and come down for a retest till about 2.90 in case 3.00 is not holding. Yes, overall Burjeel is still in an uptrend, but it has to break the resistance of 3.20 in order to make a new high. Many of you are stuck with Pure Health. I had updated with a short video on YouTube. This area is support, but still do not trust this move because after seeing first 2 green candles, many of you must have bought it, but still this is not bullish. I had mentioned it may hit the resistance and make a new low, so avoid this one for now. And we are seeing exactly the same scenario. It broke the support and it made a new low. I had also given an example previously. After this decline we saw green candle. Unfortunately it could not break the resistance and we saw a new low. Exactly the same scenario is repeated. For now avoid this one. It's in a strong downtrend. Yes, when Pure Health will be bullish, I will update to my members. If you are interested, do join. Link is in the description. No sign of relief in pre-site. Clearly this is in a defined downtrend. It's trading at almost all-time low, that is at 1.92. For now, last closing is at 2.00. Nothing interesting about this one. I would consider this bullish only when we see a closing about 2.12. So for now, you can avoid pre-site as well. Bayanat is also in similar fashion. It broke important area of support. Demand area is right here at 3.23 to 3.30 area. Previously we saw good spikes coming in. It's not able to sustain the gains. This is the problem. And back to the pavilion. But unfortunately this time it was trying to climb up. We saw selling pressure. It broke the demand zone. It's now trading at all-time low, that is around 2.87. This stock can also be easily avoided. We are not interested to buy a stock that is declining. We want to buy a stock that is trending up. Another small stock in the market is M Steel or Arkan. We can clearly see it's in a downtrend. It's back at the support zone. There are good chances we may see some reversal coming in. But still, do not trust this one because for now it's in a downtrend. When it will try to climb up, it will hit the resistance and then it can even come down to go sideways. And then when it decides the direction either to the upside or to the downside, we will take the positions accordingly. This stock is traded with thin volumes and low trades. Americana has been performing very well for the last 2 to 3 weeks. After the strong drop to the downside, it moved up. This move cannot be trusted. As you know, this can be a corrective move of this drop to the downside. After the correction, when it went up, this is when we can buy. This is the breakout of resistance at 3.20. And from here we saw good momentum till about 3.50. For now it's not able to break the resistance. We are seeing some selling pressure coming in, but the best part is it's just hanging around. This is the area of resistance and it's just going sideways here. So this is a good indication that it's building up. This is contraction of volatility. So expect a breakout either to the upside or to the downside. If it breaks to the upside, that is a closing about 3.40. This would be an indication that yes, now next resistance is at 3.70. We can take entries accordingly. Fertiglobe is also going sideways. It's stuck. We can see after this drop to the downside, it's been trying to hit the resistance to break out, but it's not able to do so. All red candles again back to the pavilion, the same area where it's been supported again and again, but this area is also now getting weaker. Buyers get irritated if the price comes back again at the same area, even though they are trying to push higher, but sellers are aggressive. So when it comes back again at the same area, buyers usually give up because they think again it will try to hit the resistance and come down. So they don't show interest in such stocks. They are waiting for a breakout. When we see a breakout of the resistance around 3.10, that's when we can call Fertiglobe to be bullish. For now, it's in demand zone that is getting weaker. But once it breaks above 3.00, that's when we can plan our entries. InvestCorp Capital made a good move, also unable to sustain the gain. Previously, I had mentioned when we saw this strong drop to the downside, it was just going sideways, it was establishing support. I had mentioned we can only take entries when we see a closing or cross above 2.01. We saw a fake breakdown and then boom to the upside. This was a good move. We can see it touched almost 2.25, unable to sustain. We are seeing selling pressure. But for now, this is looking good to me. There are chances it can open with a gap up, and then slowly and steadily we can expect it to retest the resistance area. So stock this one very closely for entries. This stock can make a good move again very soon. Phoenix Group also got rejected. In fact, most of the stocks in ADX market are on decline. That is the reason, guys, I'm saying select your stocks very carefully. Strong momentum to the upside and then it's just going sideways. It was building the energy. It was trading within this symmetrical triangle pattern. And as we know, when we see such chart pattern that is symmetrical triangle pattern, expect a breakout to the upside or to the downside with good momentum. This is the place where we have to enter so that when big boys are entering right at the breakout, we enter with them. When the stock moves up, this is our profit. What happens is most of the time when people see the breakout already done, they try to enter right at the top. They think they have already missed this move. So in case if they enter here, at least they can capture the next big move. That usually does not happen. When it hits the resistance, it will come down again if you enter right at the top. So be careful. In this scenario, it moved to the downside. Now it's just going sideways. So there are chances it can even go lower from here to come down till about 1.95. Any buying should be considered about 2.20, major hurdle at 2.30. Another slow stock is Invictus. This is the area where it's been trading for months. As of now, last closing is at 2.55. It comes down, hits 2.55 slowly and steadily. We saw spike coming in. This is not a trend. This is just a spike back to the pavilion. And now it's just hanging around this zone. So as I keep mentioning, big boys will not be interested in this area because yes, there are chances it may make a spike and come down again. Big buyers will be only interested when the price crosses 2.60. That's when we can expect a trend. Like say for example, here when the price broke out the resistance of 2.60, fresh buying came in, it hit almost we can say 2.80 and then it gave away all its gains. Invictus is very slow stock with very little volumes and low trades. AD Ports is trying to break out but getting rejected again and again. Previously it tried to break the resistance of 6.35 but it could not sustain. We are seeing it came down till about 6.05 and then slowly and steadily again it tried to break out, got rejected. But there is something interesting for sure in this stock, let me highlight, and this is the trend line that's respected again and again. Previously we saw this is the place where rally started, that is 5.93 area. When it hit 6.50 we saw selling pressure, and from here again it's been respected and respected. So there are chances after trading within this tight range it can break to the upside. Once it breaks 6.35 with good volumes, this would be our indication. Yes, big boys are now ready to take the price higher. Strong area of resistance at 6.70 and then 6.80 respectively. So stock this one closely, wait for a breakout and then take your positions accordingly. ADNOC distribution is not looking interesting at all. I had recommended this stock to my members. If at all we see price crossing 3.71, this would be our trigger. But look at this, very next day price is just going sideways. It never broke out, so no entries in this stock. We have to follow our discipline strictly. Even after looking at this green candle, I was very stubborn. I was waiting for a close above 3.71 so that I can take any position. because as I just mentioned, when stock tries to go up when it's in a strong downtrend, there are chances it will hit the resistance and come down. We are seeing exactly the same scenario. For now, ADNOC distribution is also in a no trading zone. We wait for a breakout. If I have to extend my zone right here, we will see how it reacts into this zone and then plan our entries. If at all it hits the resistance and come down, obviously we are not buying this one. Yes, if it breaks to the upside, breaking this area of resistance that is between 3.65 to 3.68, then we can expect it will try to hit the next area of resistance that is around 3.80 and 3.85 respectively. So stalk this one closely for entries. ADNOC drilling also disappointed. This area is resistance that is at 3.95 to 4.00. We saw strong selling pressure coming in right from this zone, boom to the downside. And from here we are seeing recovery, but it was not able to sustain. We are seeing selling pressure till about 3.55. Again, when it tried to cross, we saw a successful breakout, but then very next day onwards it gave away all its gains. So this is also a disappointment. For now it's back at important area of support that is between 3.70 to 3.75. There are very good chances that ADNOC drilling can start its new momentum, try to retest 4.00 from current levels. ADNOC gas is looking very interesting. I had mentioned to my members right here in this zone, if we see any buying pressure, it's a buying opportunity. Very next day itself, we saw this huge momentum. Target was 4.00. We missed the target by just 2 points. Still, those who sold right at the top, they are in profits. For now, we can see small correction coming in, but still it's safe. This is the demand area. It's not been tested many times. After this breakout, it came here for the first time, went up, and this is the second attempt. Still, this is positive. Buyers would be interested because right from the same zone, we saw this huge momentum. Any buying pressure here again should be considered as buying opportunity. Stalk this one closely. ADNOC Logistics and Services is looking interesting to me. It's making a pole and a flag pattern. Any breakout of this zone should be considered bullish. There are good chances in coming days it will break to the upside. Try to retest 4.50. Any buying should be considered above 4.16. Strong support around 4.00. Manazil is also under selling pressure, but for now it's in the demand zone. This was the breakout area. From here it came back and retested so many times. For now we can see it's rounding off. This is bearish, but any breakout above 0.350 should be considered bullish. I'm waiting for a green candle and a close above this zone so that we can consider this to be positive. Next area of resistance is a bit far, so our risk to reward ratio is huge. We can risk this amount to gain this amount. This is called risk management. So for now, stalk this one closely for buying opportunities. So guys, this was my quick update on Abu Dhabi stocks. If this was helpful, do not forget to subscribe and hit the like button to show your support. Thanks for watching. Keep stalking.